In our first segment, we were talking about Jimmy Kimmel. I actually checked. What do you guys think Jimmy Kimmel's ratings are in the key demo?
Oh, he's got to
I
be
imagine
terrible.
they're bad.
You give me a number.
As in thousands, I'm going to go 84,000
What do you think? Key demographic ratings for Jimmy Kimmel, this big show.
per day. 84.
Like
Yeah.
240,000?
Ooh.
I think it's probably around 200,000.
It is 221,000.
Okay.
Pretty good guess.
Close.
We get
Without
better.
going over.
We get better ratings than Jimmy Kimmel does.
Yeah.
That's crazy to me. But yeah, legacy media is dead, and largely why these things don't faze people anymore is because people are watching shows like this, which we understand humor. If Trump makes a joke, we don't scream Trump seriously wants to kick dogs. We're like, oh, he was making reference to SNL. You know, we don't take it so seriously.
Or if Biden or someone on their team says something, you know, that's supposed to be funny, we're not going to cry about it off, you know, whine about it right off the bat.
I'd say the thing that upset me, that woke me up, if you will, and upset me the most is you have plenty of stuff that you could criticize Trump for. You got a laundry list of stuff throughout his history, you know, in real estate and all these types of things. Why do you spend so much time twisting something that isn't true, make it look true to make him look bad? Like, for me, I was a believer that he said, you know, Nazis are fine people. Okay. And I believed that for a very long time. I'm embarrassed to say so. Then someone says, did you watch the video? I said, yeah. No, the whole video. Oh, I never saw the whole video. It was never on my news channels. Then I watched it and he said, wait a minute. Literally after he says that, he says, I'm not talking about white supremacists or neo-Nazis. And I'm like, well, what else has he done? Then the bloodbath thing. He's talking about the auto industry, clearly a financial term, bloodbath. And they twist that into saying that, you know, there's going to be civil unrest. So like when you do that, you lose people like me in trusting your narratives and what you say. When you say that, well, when Trump's assassination attempt, you know, on CNN says Trump fell at a rally. Like as though he's old age, he just fell as, you know, it's like, why? I mean, again, I get why they do it. Clickbait titles work. And this is sort of the industry.
Do you really think that well, I feel like maybe there are some people that do it for clickbait, but I really, really feel that there are people that want to do everything they can to discredit him because they just hate him with such a
there's a combination of both for sure. You know, twisting the narrative does, like with clickbait titles, works because more people see it, but you're also painting him.
Yeah,
they painted a picture that, like I said, I for many years believed that he said that about, you know, neo-Nazis.
They're with you.
Yeah, I did not know that until I actually watched the video. And there's a lot of things, I think, you know, with Elon taking over X and, you know, sort of opening that up with the algorithm and community notes. Now when somebody puts something out that's untrue, maybe not right away, you don't see it, but you see it soon enough where you're like, oh, okay. Because I've seen things on X sometimes where I'm like, this can't be real, is it? And then the next day I see the same thing and it's got a community note saying it isn't.
When you finally watch that video, how soon did you find yourself an encounter with another believer that you were trying to convince?
Well, I remember showing it to my wife, right? Because she'd never seen it either. And, you know, she's obviously, you know, been a liberal-minded person her whole life. And when she saw it, you know, at first, it's like you have to listen to it twice because you're like, wait a minute, no.
Did
they really did every single media outlet for all these years and continued this? I was very disappointed, frankly, when Obama on the campaign trail was repeating that same final. I was so disappointed. I thought, like, man, I think at that point he's like, we've lost, we're going to lose, so I'm going to throw everything at the kitchen sink to try to win this.
That's a really common thing that I hear from people that you know are former progressives or whatever you want to say. There's this guy on this podcast called the All In Podcast.
I know. I know all these guys.
Chamath said the same thing, and he was like, you know, he's like, I couldn't believe that Barack Obama was repeating this absolute bald-faced lie, and it's true. It is rather shocking to that something that is such a blatant, just above the board lie, you know, was repeated and repeated as if it was true. Even the current, you know, even the old man, Joe Biden, said, well, the reason that I ran was because Donald Trump said this. It's like he didn't even say that.
Well, for so many years, the credibility went unchecked, right? If the news said this is what it is. There was no way to find out whether or not that was true or not. You just got what you were told. But now, obviously, with the resources we have and, like, you know, platforms like yours and others who can dissect and question everything, you know, in an authentic way. And again, sometimes you're going to get stuff wrong, right? But at least you're having the conversation. You're not just assuming that, well, they can't twist the way that they did before. And I think there's sort of an anger from legacy media about the idea that their grasp and their hold on the narrative has slipped away.
I mean, that goes back to the Jimmy Kimmel thing in the beginning where the criticism of California's largely failed policy and policy that contributed to an understaffing, of which diversity, equity, inclusion things played a role. And then Jimmy Kimmel plays the game of the firefighters aren't white enough. That's always been you're racist and you're far right instead of actually addressing the concerns, which is a weird position for so many people like you saying you're a liberal-minded guy, but they're going to call you far right. Thanks for checking out this clip from Timcast IRL. Make sure to watch the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Subscribe to this channel, and we will see you all there.